Yeah, so Kieran Merrilees, yeah, carry on.
I really enjoyed your interview with
Good.
Kieran, actually. I mean, Kieran probably a couple of generations after me once I retire, but the aspect of him not having any coaching when he was young and just going with a school friend and knocking lumps at each other and just gradually getting better and better, I was gobsmacked when I heard that.
And then he kind of followed his dream, I feel, of kind of going down. I mean, there doesn't appear to be that many people that go down to Milton Keynes. And I don't know actually what life exists like that. I don't know how, I mean, I don't know, I don't actually know what the training facilities and like and that kind of thing are like at Milton Keynes, about, you know, what your day-to-day life is like, you know, when you go down and you surely don't just say, although to be fair, did you watch Lyndon Williams?
Yes.
And he talked about just kind of going and getting a flat in London somewhere because he heard there was a lot of badminton going on and just going off and playing. Amazing.
That's it.
Yeah, I think he's I think it's an inherent thing in singles players. You know, I think also the interesting probably for you is the fact that he didn't like doubles. He only ever wanted to play singles. The doubles just wasn't something that he ever kind of thought.
Myself in that aspect as well. But hats off to him, really. And also, the part that I quite enjoyed about Kieran is the fact of life after sport, and Martin Campbell's involved in this as well.
Definitely.
Because not an exceptionally well-paid sport.
No.
And going back sort of 20 years ago, I just retired when the lottery funding was starting to come in. And at that time, they were asking you to go full-time for about 15 grand, I think,
really?
was the salary that we're giving you, which was
all right, yeah.
But you take your expenses off of that.
But who offered that? Scottish Badminton would say, okay, you're going to, would you?
Scottish Lottery
funding.
You had to be able to qualify for different aspects of it, depending on where you were, from memory, on the sort of world rankings scene. So the higher your ranking, the more money you got, up to a maximum. I think it was about 15 grand. But my argument with that at the time was, from about 18 to the age of 30, you were going full time on sport, not getting any sort of actual working experience. Yes. So when you retire, what do? And it's different for footballers now who have got millions tucked away in a bank account.
Yes.
Badminton, you'd be lucky if you made any money at all, really, at the end of the season once you tenses. You turn 30 and you're like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah, it's and most people would probably have turned to coaching, wouldn't they? I'm actually quite interested. Yeah. I'm interviewing Daniel McGee next week, who is Sam, Joshua, and Chloe, and obviously the older brother of all of them, who's never went into competitive sport himself. Just decided early that, do you know what, I'll be a coach. But it fascinates me. It fascinates me that, you know, he's got a younger brother, a younger sister, and another younger brother, and he's just kind of said, right, I'll coach you, and he's become the national coach for Ireland, so he's actually decided early on, I'm not going to be that, I'm not going to follow such and such, I'm just going to be a coach. And it's actually, in the long plan, it's a great plan, isn't it, when you think about it? Because there's no end to it. It's this question mark that it doesn't concern me, but about what people thinking of what they're going to do when they're finished. You know, they've gone on a roller coaster from 13 to 30, and then it stops.
I mean, Martin Campbell, when he was talking about it, because I know that's his business now, of what you do when you get some money, some prize money. And I was sort of playing in the German league as well, when you were getting maybe 200 or 300 quid for going over on a Saturday and playing in a couple of games.
Oh, really? Club games, he called it.
Yeah, but it was really tough. You might have been playing against Danes, you've been playing against some of the top Germans, and these clubs were flying in players to play clubs. I mean, it was almost playing the equivalent of European. Some of the top German clubs were bringing in Indonesians, and it was unbelievable.
Where did the money come from?
Who knows? I wouldn't know. I presume it would be club sponsorships and stuff.
Yeah, and I was also interested to find why. I don't actually know why it doesn't exist in the UK. Why there are no UK business sponsors of a league? Why is it happen in Germany? Why does it happen in Denmark? And even Spain and India. India, you understand, but just how, I don't know how expensive it could conceivably be to hold a league, to sponsor a league.
I remember a way back in probably the 80s, Channel 4 did a challenge match where they had I think it was the top 6 singles players in UK or maybe even England, and they played each other. It was televised on a Sunday night, but that only lasted a year. But I just don't think there's the money. I mean, over here, you want television. That's where the money comes from, without a shadow.
When this is all over, I've decided I'm going to make a TV channel, a badminton TV channel, and everybody in their own clubs can share video of them, their club nights, and it could just be a Sunday night. I'm going to watch people's badminton club.
When I was young, I used to the badminton matches. They always ended up having the tea. The host team always came with the sandwiches and the.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's what happened in the leagues at Berwick upon Tweed as well.
Smoking in the back.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. And they'd be in tournaments, and you'd go outside in a tournament, and there'd be the guy that's in the semi-finals outside having a fag. Quite good. Good job. Thank you very much for that.
Pleasure.